Greetings, my fellow knights, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Knights of the Seer, Episode 5, Fertile Growth. I am likely going to have to hunt Rox's. Actually, what leather do rocks give? Well, whatever leather that the rocks give, that's the leather I'm going to have to use for the tail caps if I want to make 44 of them. Because that's a lot of material. That's 880 leather total that I need. A tall order. So this is the last of the tailoring research that I've queued up. So after that, what knowledge should we pursue? So there's some choices. Viewer suggestions at the bottom if you want to suggest something specific. I really wish the foggy rain would go away. Rain is a lot more common here in the Dark Forest than on other map tiles, which is why I'm stuck with so much of it, if you're wondering. Ruburn, thanks for the resub. So now we have storage for textiles and leathers. So we can keep it right next to the tailoring bench. And there is our first tail cap. I'm going to work boost glitter. And then Oberon, let's try to convert Ricky. 31, not bad. Keep working on that. So if we wanted to take down a Rox... Oh, God, I am not looking forward to this. All hands on deck for this, just in case it goes wrong. I will try to skip away one of them. To isolate. There. It's only that one rocks. That's good. He's not taking the bait and trying to come after Oberon, though. If Oberon had Beckon, this would be a little bit easier, because Oberon could basically taunt. That's... Oh, stop trying to chase me. There we go, there we go, there we go. Yes. Chase after Oberon. Chase my knight. My unarmored knight. Ooh, that must have been a brainstem. It sure was. Good shot, Madzi. Alright, let's do another. I think it's most appropriate to have the red color here. Because this is not safe. Might be possible, especially given their current position, to chaos skip them to the other side of this little mountain. And to really physically isolate one, which would be great. Or to not. You know, whatever. If only I had skip. Your other alternative is to try to train one of these. Nope, that's the whole pack. Scorpius, you might want to start moving. Chase Oberon. Nope, Scorpius, keep moving. Keep moving. The rain never stops. No wonder these trees are so massive. Exactly. that was not helpful. Glitter, are you inside? Let's get you inside. Glad I have arrow loops. Silly beasts. Well, there's not much to do in here, but shoot some stupid beasts that don't know how to use doors. For the record, rocks, eventually, once we're a little bit more well-established, are really good creatures to tame because they have advanced trainability, which means they can haul. They also improve caravan riding speed, like donkeys or camels. They're not as fast as horses, though. And they do carry a ton on caravan, which is... well, caravan capacity is not true for that one because it's wounded. But whatever. They can carry 294 caravan capacity. So they can carry a ton of stuff, too. Down goes one. Hey, Tatiana. Welcome to your first live stream. And your first cheer. I am honored. Also, their horns are worth something, but I don't think I'm going to find buyers for it. Alright, that one's down. And this will also fill up the meat racks too, which will be very nice. Let's try the other side. We have a very... It's not perfectly omnidirectional fort here. Normally I'd be out there tanking them, but we don't have the armor for that at the moment. Alright, come on, you foul beast. Have at me! And there's only one left. Okay, we are good. A lot of butchering to do. Quite a lot of butchering. Improved agriculture will be my next queue. Got it. I'm also going to try to set this up so that this area is walled in. Unroofed, because the racks require unroof. But walled up so that they can't be set on fire like they were last time. Eventually, it might be wise to try to wall up the entire area so that we have a true fortress, but we're not there yet. I am up to 10 tail caps. 11. Trying to prep the tanning so that we don't have any of the dare go to spoil. Is there a minimum quality for the tail caps? Probably normal. Yep. And there is one poor one here. So when I go into this queue, I will do normal and better. So it doesn't count the poor one. Almost every craft quest is a normal minimum. I've pretty much never seen them otherwise. but thanks for asking. Good heads up, because I might have brought a poor tail cap. Also, where are we going for that? It's farish. It's mostly travel on roads, which is not bad. That's a good amount of meat. One thing I'm going to want to do is to, and I'll have Oberon do this in just a sec, is to fill the dry meat racks. So I'm going to use speed boost and get these dried meat racks stocked for the winter. I really don't want to starve in the winter. And Scorpius just leveled up. Alright, what magic? You know what? It's not a choice. Psychic Shot. Scorpius, the patron of mine who proposed this entire series, did vote for that. So I will acquiesce to your request and give you quite possibly one of the most powerful psycasts there is in the game. Because if I have Thrumbos, I can just look at the Thrumbos and they fall unconscious. Or if there's raiders that are not psychically dull, I can do the same to them as well, especially ones that we want to recruit. It's a very powerful tool. Of course, a little reminder in the details here. See the first detail? Combat is not supposed to be balanced. Yes, it is not balanced. Vanilla Psycast Expanded is in no way a balanced mod. You can become godlike compared to basically everybody else. And I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that. Lady Shell, thanks for cheering twice over. Look into my eyes. There's actually that, too. If anyone remembers the Vultures series with the laser eyes. The laser eyes is the second to last tier of the conflagrator tree called Firebeam. Okay, meat racks are full. Nice. A question here. Who should link with the anima tree? So, before you vote, I want to preface. If we choose Scorpius or Oberon, it just levels them up 1, which is maybe not that important. If we choose Shay, Glitter, Madzi, or other, they actually become Psycasters. Now, what ends up happening is when you bomb to the tree, you unlock a random branch. So it's worth reminding everybody that we do have restrictions on the right. Not every tree is going to be allowed. So, for instance, if we have Madzi, Glitter, Shay, or David or Ricky become a Psycaster, the tree that they automatically unlock is not necessarily the tree they get to even use. And there is a level cap for everybody but Scorpius and Oberon. So it is worth reminding you all that Shay is restricted to Protector, Empath, and Archon, and a level cap of 15. Glitter is restricted to Technomancer, which is very unique. No other Technomancers are allowed to exist, and she can only take Mend and Enchant Quality. Mend allows you to repair gear with Psi Focus, and Enchant Quality allows you to improve the quality of an item up to Excellent. So if she makes something that's poor, she can just make it better with Psi Focus. And then Madzi is restricted to Night Stalker and Warlord at a level cap of 5. So she's going to be the only Night Stalker, but the only Night Stalker skill that she's going to be able to get is a skill called Dark Eye, which removes her the darkness for shooting focus. And she'll be the only Night Stalker in the entire colony as well. So they're unique heroes. And then everybody else is going to be generic, limited to a level cap of 5 and to certain trees. So what do we vote to research? Agriculture, right? All right, let's get a few points in agriculture. But we have quite a lot of dried meat. Also, yeah, so Scorpius is just leveled. And in a second here, we'll have that tree. And I'm going to make sure that Madzi butchers the dare so that they're not wasted. Or the rocks, sorry, not dare. So there's one more corpse. Man, they really do blend perfectly into the environment. It's so hard to see them. All right, Ricky's healed, so it might be a little bit easier to convert him now that he's healthy. Can you use geysers for this pack? Geysers do produce heat, so it's going to be a good way to stay warm in the winter. But there's no... The only thing that... Basically, no. There's no, like, steam geysers. There's no electricity. The closest thing that we get to electricity is called windmills, which is down here, which grinds your grain automatically instead of using a quern. So, when you have wheat, sugar, or herbs, you grind wheat into flour, you grind sugar cane into sugar, and you grind herbs into spices, and you have to use a quern for that, which is that two stone blocks on top of one another where you spin it. But we can build a windmill, which allows you to avoid having to use a quern. And that would be the only, like, technology, really, that exists. Hope these meat racks finish quickly, because we have so much meat here. You know, I have a lot of rice, though. So, yeah, I think it's fine. And it looks like we're going to go with glitter going to the animatry next. And that grass is only, 71% away from kicking off. Come on, Ricky. I need a recruit here. I really hope that this outpost isn't attacked. That would be really bad. An 84-year-old who's frail and with scarred up legs and a bad back trying to defend herself. I don't see that happening. I don't see that ending well. All right, I'm going to research a few agriculture. So I'm going to explain some of the crops. Most of the crops go into specific cooking. So I will explain that real briefly. So if you take a look at the meals here, like a bread soup. You take bread and you unlock stewing and you make soup. And there's a lot of meals here like sweet pancakes and pumpkin pies or pumpkin pies. Okay, it's a typo. But a lot of these meals require very specific ingredients. Some of these ingredients we can farm for, some we can't, like milk for cheeses, which you press into cheese. And then eventually you get things like tomatoes, which you grow on posts, like trellises. And then maki, which is kind of like elven bread. What was it called? Llamas bread or whatever, which is very well preserved food. Its lifespan is 90 days, which is a year and a half up from pemmican, which is about a year. And grape plants to make wine, and then eventually griffin berries. So there's a lot of agriculture to be done. The medieval mod probably has more food stuff than anything else. So rocks, steak, griffinberry pie, cheese soup, steak with wine, bread soup, apple pie, so on and so forth. Some of the staples, the really easy stuff to make, would be sausages, which you grill up on the grill, and it's basically just meat and spices. Another one would be bone soup, which you make on a stew pot. So bone soup is just bones and water. It's a really effective way to just stretch your food rations, because bones don't spoil ever, right? So it's, in the dead of winter, when you run out of food and you have bones left, very easy to feed yourself with bone soup if you unlock stews. And then baking requires an oven, which is how you make bread-like stuff. And then smoker is just an upgraded meat rack, which is more efficient than the meat rack. So that's the TLDR. Numpty, thank you for the resub. Cruzio for all the gifted subs. And Crimson Rush for all the gifted subs. Cheers. A pleasure to have you all here. I think we are starting to make vests. Yes, here we are. Oh, yes. Dare leather vests. So these Dare leather vests have a sharp of 85, which is like, that's like recon armor level protection there from the Dare leather. That is awesome. So Oberon and Shay are pretty well protected. Oberon would be more important to have protection than Shay, of course. Look at all this linen. Another thing that we could do with the linen is make better beds. So let's make some better beds out of these linens for our main people. I don't really care about the prisoners. But with all these linens, I'll make linen double fur bed. Normal. You know what? No. Do that again. Disqualified. Don't you have a construction of like 14? Come on. What's with this normal? I want at least good. Okay, there's good. So Glitter and Shay. That's your bed. And Oberon just leveled up, so what should he invest in? And then the other bed is for Scorpius. Villa and the Outpost. So these outposts are broken. And there's a bit of a requirement. So I'm going to read this once, which is prior to visiting a ruin, an enemy settlement must be raised. Ruins are bugged at the moment and are not generating defenders, so this is for balancing reasons. So normally, when you go to an outpost, it is like a cave that's protected by enemies, and it's supposed to be guarded by 4 subjects. But right now, in the medieval mod, it is bugged, and as a result, it isn't guarded by anyone, so you show up and you just win. So the requirement I've made for this series is that we have to go destroy an enemy settlement before going to an outpost, because going to an outpost is just treasure otherwise. So I'll have you vote on the rewards for this outpost in just a minute once this poll wraps up, which is in 1 minute. Oh, no, don't use cloth. Sorry, use linens. And the Tailcap quest still has 2.5 days left on it. How are we doing on that? We have 12 of 44. Oh, boy. It's a thing. So this bed is a good bed. That's good enough. What weapon is Glitter holding? It's a military, steel military pick that I got off an enemy. Hey, Scorpius, I really need... What are you working on right now? I need Darkwood for the ingot shelf. Alright, Warlord it is. So, quest. What reward to go to a ruin? We have got... oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Eltex. So eltex is the material in order to make crafter gear. So I'll show you that tree real quick. Also, I just realized that I modified the vanilla expanded Psycast mod a little bit to include eltex gear. So there's caster gear and eltex gear. And the materials to make this stuff is eltex, essentially. And it's exactly what you think it would be. It just increases your sensitivity and your heat reduction rate. So that's what eltex is. If you were wondering, it's an ore that is basically not naturally occurring. You only get it in meteorites and quests, and it's a material to be able to make caster gear, which is being offered from these 2 quests. So eltex, or art, or goodwill. No. What ward to accept? That's my ingot bench. So on here, we do ingots only. Or steel and iron ingots. Good. Still need that grinding wheel. I don't really have anyone stone cutting, because it's a low priority skill. Or low priority queue. Madzi is trying to get through all this rocks meat before it spoils. It spoils in about a day. She's been doing a pretty good job because we have just an 1,700 pemmican, or 2,000 pemmican. So we're going to have a lot of food for the winter here. I'm also going to, because it's late in the season, not resow the flax. Because I don't think it's going to be harvestable before winter comes in. Because we only really have 6 days left of farming. And flax... Flax takes 7 days. So maybe if I like instantly sowed the whole field, we'd get it. But right now I have a pretty good amount of linens, so hopefully it lasts me. We will see. Ricky, how close are you to join? Very. I like. Alright, I think this is a runaway poll. It's obvious that you guys want eltex for it. So Oberon, we voted you go Warlord, so I'm going to get Adrenaline Rush, which blocks all pain and augments their sight and movement and hearing. And then this quest, we'll take eltex for it. Oh, you know what? It's actually a bandit camp. It's not a ruin. It's a real bandit camp that we actually have to travel to, so that's good. It's not bugged. The ruins look like these little castle icons that are sort of ruined and crumbled, and those are the ones that are bugged that don't generate defenders. So this thing will actually generate all 4 defenders, so it works as intended, and I have 12 days to get there. Alright, I think I am going to clear out the fauna on this map tile, so that new animals spawn in its place and allows me to maybe get larger predators. Because right now the map is just full of like small critters that are just not going to generate a lot of leather. Oh yeah, I have plenty of linens. I didn't realize I had that many. And we are good to link. So I'm going to link right away, and this is going to glitter. No one likes goodwill. It's a lot of work for a little bit of goodwill. It's much easier to just gift random things to a faction for goodwill than it is to go through the effort of doing a giant bandit camp clear for goodwill. There's also a logging site for House Soren. We're not attacking House Soren. And a component mining site for House Jorah. But I don't know who that's guarded. I don't know how many are guarding that. So Glitter, what did you get? You got the fire tree. Unfortunately, you are restricted from that, so you're going to get Technomancer. So the reason why I have her restricted to only mend and enhance quality is a lot of the other Technomancer stuff doesn't make that much sense, like reverse engineer or steel and iron constructs. And then I'm also going to tell her essentially not to really gain psi focus at all. Ricky converted. So, recruit. Resistance of 14, that shouldn't take too long. David's still, here, let me try to do a convert on David. With Oberon. 7%. Yeah, we're gonna need a ritual room to do a conversion ritual, I think. And we're starting to lose the rocks meat. Oh, we have dire boar, though. And ibex. That's better. That's much better. So dire boars are like dangerous pigs, I guess, is to oversimplify. And once Madzi's done cooking until all the rocks meat's spoiled, she'll go hunt. Yeah, here goes all the rocks meat. I did get advanced agriculture, so what knowledge should we pursue? I can do agriculture again, I'll include it, but that's only for griffin berries, which is not much. So you can pick what you think. And for now, I'm going to do fruit tree sowing, because that's kind of agriculture, and I'll just queue that up until you guys have had a chance to vote. Did I miss your hydrate? I think I did. Cheers. Look at all this flax. We have 1,000. All right, Auberon, I want you... You know what? It's nighttime. I'm not going to have you speed haul. So all we have is fats left. We have no more meat. So the wheat will be done in a season in 4 days. I'm going to try to compress my storage into deep store options here using dark crates so that we don't have so much lying about. Also have a whole... Let's take the rocks. So the rocks leather makes thick leather, so I might have to make thick leather tail caps because that's the leather we're going to have in abundance here. Unless I manage to hunt a bunch of ibex or something like that. Alright, Auberon, once you're done talking to Ricky, I want you hauling, and you're going to be doing it kind of fast-like. Oh, no, don't do that. So in these crates, let's figure this out. These crates are going to be low priority. No rotten anything. No buildings. And that's fine. I'll even have tainted apparel. Or actually, these should be normal. And then the... We'll put the buildings in on the floor. I don't like putting buildings in crates because it can be tricky to try to, like, if you make art and throw it in a box, it's easy to forget that there's art in that box to install. So I tend not to nest them into boxes for that reason. So buildings are allowed in the stockpile, but not in the boxes. Fruit tree sowing is done, and you guys want improved cooking. So let's... I'm going to get stews first. So much cleaner. The other thing I could do is once I have more stone blocks, I can do storage of those stone blocks in like a giant brick stockpile like this. I don't have enough stone blocks to bother doing that right now, but eventually. Looks like we need more dark wood. Ooh, this one burned. These trees take a long time to grow. Close the poll? Yes, sir. So, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to open up the tail caps to thick leather, I think. And it expires in 3 hours, so let's accept it. And I'm going to accept it for eltex and gold. I'm just going to make that decision because there's not enough time to pull. I was keeping my eye on it. I know I'm normally really terrible at that, though. So, understandably, you were concerned. All right, I'm going to get all of the medieval cooking. Just because it's pretty quick. So we did just get stews. So that gives me a stew pot. I'll stick a giant stew pot there. And also a millstone. Allowing us to mill up grains. Is that where I want the millstone? Maybe like that. Right next to the cooking table. Just checking in on everyone. So we haven't tried to hunt the dire boar. How fast do they move? 5-1. Madzi moves at 5:05, so they're about the same speed. They're slightly faster than her, but if she lands one arrow, she'll probably outrun them. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. I also have Stonecutter. So I'm going to actually get a real stonecutter bench instead of these like stonecutter spots. I'll leave one spot so that I can copy and paste the cues, but we'll get a proper stonecutter here. Okay, boxes are done. Very nice, right? All tidy. And the like. And then let's put in some light in here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should brighten up the dim area. Okay, there is all of the cues. Nice. Oh, is that chained together? Okay, it wasn't good. That would be dumb. Our textile barrels are full, so I'll put 2 more textile barrels in here. And grilling. Let's get smoking. So grill allows you to grill meats, like sausages and the like. So I'll get a grill in here as well. Actually, I'd rather have it be iron, I think, if I'm allowed. That's weird. Oh! Yeah, no, I made a mistake here. So, apparel... Allow all, no clean, smeltable only. I thought I had done that, but then it got reset or something. So here is the apparel to be smelted in our furnace. Looking good. Direboar Revenge, and all of them. So this one is probably not moving very fast. No. Oh, where's the other one? It's up here. Okay. Oh, found the another broken cart. So there should be one more broken cart because the map starts with 3 carts. So I found 2 of 3. It's like finding Waldo. I truly have no idea where they are. Sometimes you can zoom out like this and double-click the cart and it'll highlight the other one. But I think the other cart's far enough away that it doesn't get highlighted like that. Well, one day there will be like a forest fire and it will reveal the cart. So Psychic Shock, I don't think works on the dire boar either. A lot of the Medieval Overhaul mod has Psycast immune animals, which is challenging and fun. I was contemplating trying to modify RimWorld to make Thrumbo Psycast immune, but I just decided against it. So there's 2 dire boar. So then the next buck, doe, ibex. Those will be good hunts. And I'm going to open this up, tail caps to include thick leather, because we're just going to need more of them. So I have 18 days to make those tail caps. That's a good amount of time. I should be able to manage that. Thank you, fellow knight, for tuning in to Knights of the Seer, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 20th and August 21st. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind that this series was a one-time only mini-series, which means that I can't incorporate any suggestions. If you would like to get more involved in the RimWorld mini-series or any of the other events in my gaming community, a link to Discord can be found in the description of the video or at Rhadamant.com. All of these mini-series are suggestions submitted by you, the viewers. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons and Twitch subscribers and viewers like you that support the channel. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow knight.